Hey, I'm George Little with Vexus Boats, and today we're going to do the walkthrough of the AVX189. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our 80-pound Fortrex, 24-volt 80-pound Fortrex, which comes standard on the boat. I'm going to take a minute here and go through it. You can see there's a lot of room up here in the front of the boat. It's very, very spacious. As a matter of fact, we're showing 3 pedestals in the front of this boat, and that's for a crappie fishing application, or if you want to just pan fish and have 2 seats in the front of the boat at the same time, you can do that. It's an option. As standard, you just have the one single post in the middle. The bungee cord rod strap hold down does come standard, and something that we're really proud of is our stainless steel pull-up cleats. Really a nice feature for the boat. It's really looks finished with the rest of the boat. I'll walk back here now and show you the storage boxes. Something that we're extremely proud of is a center rod box in the 189. You can put an 8-foot rod in this locker. For the size of this boat, that is really extraordinary. Also, you can see that we have 10 rod tubes. They're the oval rod tubes, so that allows you to either double up on a casting rod, or a spinning rod will go in there without any problem whatsoever. We've also got a kind of a stair-step system here in the back of the locker, so the reels don't lay on top of each other. So another engineering piece that we've done at Vexus. What you might notice is the weather strip that we have on the rod locker. We have this weather strip on almost all of the storage boxes. We don't have it on the battery box in the back or the live wells, but every other box has a weather strip. Aluminum lid, fully braced. Almost the entire length of the lid has a brace on it, so when you walk on it, it doesn't move. We also have painted the underside of the lids. That's so after years of use, you won't have any oxidation. It won't look bad. It won't look ugly after a few years of use. It's going to always be that color. So what I'm trying to get across here with our weather strip and our compression locks are every box in this boat that we need to stay dry, we've engineered it to be as dry as it absolutely possibly can. That's a really big deal. If you're a boat owner and you've had something get wet you didn't want wet, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now on the port and starboard side, you've got 2 large boxes. So a lot of tackle can go on either side up here. And most everything that you own for fishing tackle can go on either side. Pretty excited about this too. And once again, weather strip. We have the brace that runs almost the entire length, and the stainless steel compression latch. So that means these are also very dry boxes. Lots of room in the front, lots of great storage, and you're going to be able to put your cameras and iPhones in there and not worry about them. Back to the console, one of the first pieces of fiberglass in the boat, and that is really the signature piece of the Vexus AVX series. Look, this shape, this style really stands out, and it's made of fiberglass. And you just can't make a shape that looks like this, build anything like that out of aluminum. It wouldn't be cost effective, and the people that we have working for us are very, as you can see, extremely creative, extremely knowledgeable, and knock that out of the park. But that's not the only part. The switch panel right here, this is also more fiberglass parts in the Vexus boats. You got our switch panel that's right here, right where you need it to be, your throttle and switch panel, so when you put the boat in gear, all your switches are right where they need to be so you can get to them. The other thing is every switch is lit, so when you turn it on, it's going to be a lit visual, so you'll know that that's left on, and hopefully you won't leave it on overnight. So Another big difference in this boat and anybody else's with the infusion process. This is standard seating, 2 bucket seats, and then just a carpeted step to get to the back. As an option, you can have a 3rd seat or a coin box or glove box. We call it a couple of different things. What it does is a carpeted step, which will give you a compartment to put your maps in, whatever. It's just another spot that you can put store things away. This is a single console model. We also comes in a dual console model. So you're going to have an identical part that looks just like this right here. This is where the dual console would go. So I'm a big fan of the dual console. I think it balances the boat out, adds storage. However, a lot of people want to have more room, and this obviously gives you a lot of room to walk up and from the cockpit area to the bow. This is the running rod rack. You can virtually any length of rod here, so your partner that's fishing with you can easily store up to 6 rods, very easy, right there. So they're not don't have too many rods up here on the front that you're going to be stepping on. That's a great place to put your partner's rods or your extra rods that you're not going to be using all the time. They can sit right there. Go back here to our storage box, and bam, more fiberglass. This box is engineered with we put our dam, what we call it is a water dam actually, to keep water from crawling into this box. Besides that, we also have the weather strip to keep water from getting in the box. This is really unique. This is our metal striker plate. So we needed something to latch this compression lock to, and we engineered a striker plate. So when you put that in there, that's metal on metal, push it down and it's tight. So you've got the fiberglass box, which is super neat, clean, bigger than any other box in a boat this size. It's absolutely a difference maker in aluminum boats. We're going to go now to the live well. This is also fiberglass, and you can see we've got it set up here with a divider in it. So if you're out fishing, we actually got lucky enough to get a couple of fish today, and if you're fishing a team or a tournament where you need to have your fish separated, the divider comes in handy. If you don't, you just take it out, and you have more room for the fish to keep them healthy. It's a tournament live well, which what I mean by that, I'm going to shut that. What I mean by that is it's a recirculating live well. It also has a pump out system in it. All that is standard in the live well system in this boat. We also have a splash ring that we put on the live well, and that will keep the water, if you're in a rough water situation, that water is going to slosh around, and a lot of times it'll crawl out and maybe even get over the lip here. So splash ring, fiberglass, nice, neat and clean. White, I think, is a big deal because it makes everything easier to see. One more thing that sets the Vexus boat apart from anybody else's on the market. Now let's get back to the battery compartment in the boat, and this is where you see a big advantage of having that gas tank underneath the seats. It opens up all this area for a toolbox or anything that you might want to carry along with you, extra gallon of oil. You can also see your standard 2-bank charger is right there and very accessible. We're very proud of the transom. It's our Vector Force transom, has 5 knee braces in it, and that allows you to put up to 2 shallow water anchors, any one that you want to put on there, or a jack plate, manual or hydraulic. Very proud of that product. It's part of the dense based system that runs through the engineering of the whole boat. So I hope this little walkthrough helped you on the Vexus 189. If you have any more questions, I highly suggest you go to vexusboats.com.